So hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So here I am Ankit Raj. I am a corporate trainer, belong to SETPA group of companies, and here I am going to start the whole session on Python programming. And this session is going to be in both English and Hindi language. Basically, I want to say that this whole session will belong in English language. So basically we are working with little bit English and little bit Hindi. So हम क्या करने वाले हैं, हम दोनों लैंग्वेज में बात करेंगे, इंग्लिश में भी एंड हिंदी में भी. So moving on to the next slide. So here there is a brief about the company that is Setpa. So this is a 20-year-old edtech group company working in training, development and placement domain. So our company basically works in training, development, and placement domain. So we have three domains where our company used to work. So first one is training, second one is development, and third one is placement. So our company provide training to school, college, and corporates, and also we done on developments project like website making, like machine learning models, like AI, like IoT, sorry, and last one is placement. So our company also placed school, college, and a number of students to the particular company where the course belonged to. Moving on, we provide industrial training in 150 plus technology through corporate experts. So we have a number of corporate experts providing 150 plus technology all over the industrial trainings. Having company owned multiple campus with corporate office at Noida. Moving on, we have certified by ISO 9001 ratio 2015. Moving on, we have delivered almost, or you can say, 2 lakh plus student a full-fledged training on different technology. We have assist 100 plus placement, SETPA own placement wing with 500 tie-ups all over pan India. Being into development wing, opportunities to work on live project. So this is the whole brief of our company. So our company have three different domain, that is training, development and placement. We train the students, we develop the projects, and we place the student to the various different company according to their courses. Moving on. Here, this is the course outline of Python. So this is how we are going to start the Python and how we are going to end the Python. So यहाँ से हम बात करेंगे कि हम Python में क्या-क्या पढ़ने वाले हैं और क्या-क्या सीखने वाले हैं और क्या-क्या देखने वाले हैं. So the first topic is introduction to Python. So introduction means why the Python is most important language in 21st century. Why Python is considered, why Python is so most popular in IT field. Second topic is why Python, why we are using Python, because we have n number of things by which Python can use and program in different terms. Like if we are working with game development, if we are working with website development, if we are working with AI, if we are working with uh, uh, AI, or you can say generative AI, then we are supposed to use Python. The third one is programming interface. We have n number of programming interface like Atom, Bracket, Jupyter Notebook, coding blocks, and n number of things that can be used for interfacing the Python. So Python is a free language that can be used in any interface. But in this course, we are going to use Python in Jupyter Notebook. That is the interface we are using in this course. Moving on to the next topic, that is variable and data types. So what are variables? Variables are something that store the data that will be varied. And what are data types? What kind of data types? So if we have any kind of data that is available in uh, any kind of database, so how can we differentiate between different data types? Like if we have number, then what is the data type of this number? If we have any kind of name, then what is the data type of this particular name? If we have address, then what is the data type? If we have email ID, then what is the data type? So here are some data type that you must be considered while using Python or any kind of programming language. Data type is a must. Moving on to the condition. So in condition, we are having if and else. So how to use if and else, how to debug the code of if and else, how to work with the questions, how to work with the coding using if and else, we are going to study in it. The next topic is debugging in condition. So if we have some error while working with the condition or while writing the code, now how to debug it? So this is the most important topic in which we are supposed to work on. Moving on, we have nested condition. So till then, we are supposed to work on only one condition. Now, what if there are n number of conditions in your particular coding question, or you can say in your particular project, then how to work with multiple or nested conditions? So here in nested condition, we are going to see that. Moving on, we have the next topic, that is loop. So basically loop means repeat the task. So if you have to print any kind of task that is going to print n number of times, then you are supposed to use loop here. So loop, there are two type of loop that is present in Python, that is for loop and while loop. And for more details, we are going to read these things in the particular chapter. Moving on to the range, that is function, that is a range function in the loop, and how this range function work in a loop and how it is very beneficial while working in the loop. Now moving on, we have list, tuple, dictionary, and set. So combination of four, that is list, tuple, dictionary, and set, is most known as data structure in Python as well. So if someone is saying about what is data structure in Python, then you can say that is list, tuple, dictionary, set is the data structure that is used in Python. And now the last topic is function. So how to make a function, what are function, what are the type of function? Basically, there are two type of functions, inbuilt function and user defined function. So how to make this function, how to make this function call, how to make this function useful, we are supposed to use these things in the particular chapter. So this is the whole course outline, what we are going to use in the particular course. So I hope everything is clear till now. And moving on, this is the introduction of Python. So first, we are supposed to introduce the programming language, that is Python. So before going ahead or introducing Python, we are supposed to understand what is a programming language. So basically, programming language is something which is used to write or instruct the machine. Programming language is something which is used or write in an instruction way that is used to perform something. And if you are supposed to give some instruction, then you are supposed to use some language that is known to be programming language. And there are n number of languages that is present in our IT sector. Some of them are Python, Java, C, C++, and many more. So here we are discussing about Python. So let's see, Python is a computer programming language that is used to build websites. Basically, Python is used in the backend of the websites or automate tasks using automation, using data analysis. You can also analyze data with it. You can also make machine learning models. You can also use in AI. You can also use in deep learning, and n number of tasks you can perform with Python. So Python is a highly interactive and uh, recitative language that is used in IT department in a great scenario. So it is developed in 1991 by G. Van Rossum. So this is the whole introduction of Python. Yeah. So we are done with the introduction of Python. अब हम आगे बढ़ेंगे और बात करते हैं कि हम Python यूज कर क्यों रहे हैं. So as we discussed, why we are using Python? Python can be used on a server to create website application. So suppose if you are working in a backend development and you are supposed to make a backend API, then you are supposed to work with Python, or any other language, but Python sometimes is very much important. Moving on to the next point, Python can be used alongside with software to create the workflow. कभी कभी क्या होता है, हमारे पास किसी एक वर्कफ्लो, किसी एक टास्क की पर्टिकुलर डिजाइनिंग के लिए भी पाइथन का यूज करते हैं. मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, पाइथन कैन कनेक्ट टू द डेटाबेस सिस्टम. तो अगर हम बात करते हैं डेटाबेस सिस्टम की, तो हमारे पास जो पाइथन है वो बहुत ही अच्छे तरीके से कनेक्ट होता है किसी भी डेटाबेस के साथ, और हम उसको मॉडिफाई वगैरह इजीली कर सकते हैं. Moving on to the next point, Python can easily is used to handle big data and perform complex mathematics. Example, अगर हम बात करते हैं मशीन लर्निंग की, तो वहाँ पे हमारे पास क्या होता है, कॉम्प्लेक्स मैथ्स होता है, कॉम्प्लेक्स डेटा होता है, जिसको हम किसके थ्रू हैंडल कर रहे होते हैं, पाइथन और उसकी लाइब्रेरी के थ्रू, जहाँ पे हम क्या यूज़ कर रहे होंगे, pandas, numpy, seaborn, and matplotlib, and etc. Moving on to the next point, Python can be used for rapid prototyping. So suppose हमारे पास क्या है, कोई मशीन लर्निंग प्रोजेक्ट, और हम क्या कर रहे हैं, सिंपल उसके ऊपर एक प्रोटोटाइप बनाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. इट मीन्स हम कोई प्रेडिक्शन करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. तो हम क्या वहाँ पे यूज़ कर रहे होंगे, हम पाइथन को रिगरसली यूज़ कर रहे होंगे उस पर्टिकुलर प्रोटोटाइपिंग के लिए, और यू कैन से फॉर सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट. So this is all about the introduction of Python and why we are using Python. Moving on, Moving on to the next slide, this is the Python interface. अब हम यहाँ से क्या शुरू करने वाले हैं, अब हम यहाँ से थोड़ा सा कोडिंग की तरफ जाने वाले हैं. इट मीन्स अब हम प्रैक्टिकल की तरफ जा रहे हैं. Till now, we are supposed to learn the theory part. Now, after that, we are supposed to work on practical part. So this is the whole interface where we are supposed to work on. So this is the slide. This is the Jupyter Notebook slide where you can see I have integrated so much thing. I have also integrated some coding, some cells, some highlighted part in red and black and blue as well. So the highlighted blue part is known to be the name of the notebook in which you are supposed to work on. तो हमारे पास क्या है, हमारे पास जो भी जुपिटर नोटबुक है, हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा, उसका एक नाम देना पड़ेगा. जो कुछ भी आप नाम देना चाहते हैं दे सकते हैं. मूविंग ऑन, हमारे पास क्या है, एक मेन्यू बार है जिसमें हमारे पास क्या होगा, कुछ ऑप्शंस होंगे जैसे कि फाइल, एडिट, व्यू, इंसर्ट, सेल एंड सो ऑन. फाइल के थ्रू हम फाइल से रिलेटेड काम कर सकते हैं, एडिट के थ्रू हम फाइल को एडिट कर सकते हैं. बाय यूजिंग व्यू वी कैन व्यू द फाइल. Insert, we can insert n number of cells using the file. Moving on, हम जो यहाँ पे ब्लैंक सेल देख रहे हैं, जहाँ पे मैं अपना माउस ओवर कर रहा हूँ, इट इज नोन टू बी सेल. और इसी सेल के अंदर हम क्या कर रहे होंगे, पाइथन से रिलेटेड कोड लिख रहे होंगे. सो यहाँ तक आई होप everything is clear. Now we are supposed to go on Google and we are supposed to download Python. So how to download Python? Let's see. Just go on Google. You need to type Anaconda download. Done. Just go to download. If you are working in Window, just click for Window. If you are working for Mac or Linux, just click here, just hover and click here. So I am working on Window. I supposed to click on download window button. If you are working on Mac or Linux, just hover it and click on Mac or Linux button. So it will take some time. Till then मेरे पास क्या है, मेरे पास चीजें अवेलेबल है पहले से. So let's see, let's go to the download folders, and here you can see I have Anaconda pre-installed. So just double click on it. So it will take some time, and if your system is a little bit slurpy, then it will take more time as compared to my system. So just wait for it and let's see what happened. So there will be a pop-up window which asks some permissions. So here you can see, please wait while setup. So here it is going to start the setup. So just click on next, just click on I agree, just click on next, just click on next, just click on install. And here the Python software is going to install on my system. The steps are very easy. You are supposed to do nothing. Just click on next, agree, and everything is done. So wait for some more time. So I hope it will download soon. So if you are working with me and downloading your file, just give your system some time so that it can work perfectly with this particular software. So it is done for my system और उम्मीद करता हूँ आपने भी सिस्टम पे इंस्टॉल कर ली होंगी चीज़. Now the next step is how to open Python in your system. So just click on your window button that is located in your keyboard and just type Jupyter, Jupyter. And here you can search with Jupyter Notebooks. So here I have Jupyter Notebook available in my system after downloading the Anaconda software. So just click on it and here a kernel will start and it will give you the particular notebook on which you are supposed to work on and write your first code related to Python. So it will also take some time. Now it is connected with the server and now it will give you the particular file where you are supposed to work with the Python code. And one more thing you are supposed to note that this notebook is a web browser based notebook. So if you are not saving it, it is perfectly fine. It is by default save on your system. So here you can see that on my Chrome setup, it will appear. So this is the first setup that will appear on your screen. And here, from here, you are supposed to start the particular setup of your Python file. So now here you can see that you have n number of folder available in your system. So this is not any kind of folder that is related to Python. You're supposed to make a new file or a new folder. So हम क्या करेंगे हम सिंपल अपने राइट हैंड साइड पे जाएंगे and you will find a new option button that is new. Done. So just click on new and we are supposed to click on Python 3. That's it. And it will open a local host on my particular system and you can see this is a Jupyter notebook that is untitled. Just go to on your first tab and you will see there is an untitled Python notebook appeared on your screen. If you want every Python file is saved in a folder, then you're supposed to make a folder here and then open the folder and just do the same as I have do for the untitled IPYNB that is Python notebook file. So just go to untitled and you can see this is a blank file and having only one cell. Now if I am moving to my slide, here you can see my first notebook. That is the name of my notebook. So here you can see the first notebook name is untitled. You can change it. Just click here and here you have get the option of rename notebook. Just rename it by Python basics. Done. And just click enter or just click rename. I am pressing enter. So now you can see Python basic is the new name of my Jupyter notebook. Moving on to the first screen, here you can see the untitled change into Python basics. Moving on to the second screen, here you can see I have only one line that is used for writing the code. Now, to make more cells, we are supposed to press Shift and Enter, Shift and Enter, Shift and Enter. So if you want n number of lines, then you are supposed to press Shift and Enter only. But if you are working with this, you have to write code first, then print Shift and Enter. हमें क्या करना है? सबसे पहले हमें कोड लिखना है. So here is the code. I am just writing the dummy things. Here is the code, and you are supposed to type Shift and Enter, Shift and Enter, Shift and Enter. So अभी हमें इस एरर पे ध्यान नहीं देना है. Moving on, हम किस बारे में बात कर रहे हैं? हम बात कर रहे हैं कि नंबर ऑफ सेल्स को इंक्रीज कैसे करें. So if we are supposed to increase the number of cells, just go to the last cell and just click Shift Enter, Shift Enter, Shift Enter, and you can see that we are having n number of cells present in this particular notebook. So this is all about the basic of Python which you are supposed to work on. So let's start with writing the first code, the first hello world in Python. So I am supposed to write hello world, hello world. So this is the output I am supposed to take on the print screen. So if I'm supposed to write hello world on this particular cell, and if I'm going to run this particular code with the help of shift plus enter, it will give me the error and it will say that your syntax is invalid. It means you have an invalid syntax. It means the way of writing this code or the way of writing the thing is totally invalid. Now, what is the perfect way of writing the code or writing the first code, or you can say writing the hello world? So to writing hello world, you are supposed to write a function that is called print function. Print. Done. Now you are supposed to write anything within quotes if it is related to alphabet. If it is related to numbers, then it is fine. So I'm supposed to write something inside the double quotes. So here I am writing hello world. So this is our first code, and now I am supposed to print this, or you can say take the output on your particular screen. Done. So let's shift plus enter to run the code, and you will see we are having the hello world program as an output in your Python. Now let's see, there is a number 3. It means this particular cell is run 3 times. It means you have written 3 times codes and you have run it 3 times. That is why this is giving me the 3. And this cell is called the input cell, and this hello world is known to be the output cell. So this is all about the first programming you have written in Python language, that is hello world.